Good morning. This is Ron Janish with andrewscourse.com. We're going to take a look at some of the positions we had on yesterday. Actually, we'll take a look at all of them and consider some new positions for today. So, yesterday, if you remember, this was what was this? This is gold, gold, and noted that gold was going down, wound up having a short position. And when price got down to here in this area here, I woke up this morning, said, okay, well, let's step aside, and because the down move has gone down enough to turn around and go the other way. Now we're not predicting that gold is about to go to the moon or go up or anything like that. Just that it's a good time to step aside. And as a result of stepping aside, we wound up taking this figure here that it says P&L open rather than P&L day. Okay, so P&L open, and we wound up putting it down here. So you put it over here. Now notice that this number here is really not accurate because we've really taken this number from the screen and it does not include commissions. It only assumes one position and stuff like that. So then in addition to that, we also have the bonds, and here we have this number here, 3062, and so we put that number over here, and as you can see, price in bonds went down considerably more from yesterday. And will they go a whole lot more? Possibly. Just we use a time price sequence, and it's time to step aside in that one. And we wound up adding two new positions, and one is in corn and one is in crude oil. So, and both are also on the short side. But nevertheless, let's take a look at some of the other things that we have going on. So if you'll hold on a second, I'll switch over. Here we are. Remember I said time to put on something new, and the new is here in crude oil. And you know, here's your median line, and prices started down here and they went up. Broke the parallel. Came up here, broke the parallel again, just not real strong. And when it came up here, it wasn't really showing any kind of super strength and just reversed. And so that's the way it goes. Let's move on to, here we go. Here's good old Mexican peso. And we see in the peso here that even though at this arrow approximates the value at which this here went short, and here you can see the open and on the day, that means that it's gone down even more, and the more it goes down, the more this number here goes up, and the more this number, the more that the price goes up, the more this number goes down. So that's the way that works. And this is a 1 hour chart, real simple, real straightforward. And our time indicator, our Andrews time indication, because we add time and price, would suggest to us that there's much more time left. So we'll look at this again at the end of the day, and then maybe we'll wind up being short into Monday, Tuesday. We'll have to wait and see. Here's the New Zealand dollar, and this is gone. Here's the open on this one here, and P&L day. And remember, this is 3 on here, and the reason I put 3 on this thing here is to remind me that this is a real significant down move in the making, as near as I can tell, and I've been saying that for days. So in other words, the time on this here is considerably more. There's just a whole lot more time for this puppy here to go down, and so we're looking at direction down, and a whole lot more time. And we looked at the daily chart for this yesterday. Course members understand what I'm doing and why. There's quite a bit of logic to this. We don't want to get into every little nook and cranny of that logic here, but we'll give you a sense of what's going on here. Now, let's remove this guy. Okay, so as you can see here, over here, let's see, the price over here was 94.83, came in about over here somewhere, and price has still been going up here in the dollar index. And the more it goes up, the more this number here, this P&L open, goes up. The outlook for this one here is there's considerable more time left in this move, so just let her do its thing, and there's just it could take a week or so. We'll have to just wait and see. We'll get back to E-mini in a minute. Here's gold, and remember, took leave in gold when this number here was about 360, and since then this is what it's done, and maybe it'll go up from here, maybe not. We'll have to wait and see. But there's a good chance we could have a price reversal here. We'll have to see on that. Let me just take a look here. We have heating oil doing a lot of nothing. And notice there's no positions. Bonds. Okay, so right around this area here, it took an exit, and notice it says out of there, right? So, and it's dipped a bunch lower after some remarks from somebody from the Fed. Looking at this on the daily chart, I would think there's a good chance that we could have a reversal, and if we get a reversal in this area here, it could be one that would last a considerable amount of time. Those of you that are course members, please take some time and take a look at this on a daily chart and notice what you have going on there, and eyeball it carefully and draw your lines, and I think you'll see what I see in this one here, why I'm saying that this has a good chance of reversing and going up significantly. Corn, definitely down she goes, and you can see here that prices went up to the median line, came back down again, and up to the median line, just stalled right there, and boom, down we go. Soybean futures, this one wound up selling it when it was down around here, and it's been going kind of sideways ever since then. So we'll see. It's not in profit territory yet. Now let's move on to the E-mini. Yeah, this number here is looking rather nice, and it's going down as forecast. And the next question might be, well, how much further can it go? And the answer is a lot. Let's move on to daily here. Okay, a couple of charts I'm looking at. This would be the first. Let's look at the weekly. Let's look at the weekly. Okay. So on the weekly chart, I was looking at this guy here. Let me think. This is low. Is this lower? Let's see. 180, 102. Yeah. So earlier this week, I had a request from a publisher of a international magazine for a recent chart of this here, and I sent him two charts. One of them was this chart here, okay, and so we can see that price went up to the line and stopped, 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 and finally starts reversing, okay. And then I also, and that's a weekly chart, and then I also send them this one here. And see if I can fix this a little bit. There we go. So this is your weekly. Here's the daily I sent him. And so here's your daily chart. And when I sent it to him, it was earlier in the week. It was over here somewhere. And just, this is the chart I'm looking at when it comes to SPY. And so I'm looking for a down move, which could go into far below the median line, considerably below the median line. Right now, we have lots of time for the downside. My short-term indications suggest at least into next week. My long-term indications suggest could be a lot more than that. So that's what we see in the ES and the SPY and all that other good stuff. And this gives you some idea of real-time use of the Andrews techniques. Yeah, I'm looking at this one here. And as near as I can tell, this might be the start of a significant up move. Remember that when we're in the up phase in gold, quite often the stocks will significantly outperform the gold metal itself. Okay, so I thank you for your time. Remember, if you haven't taken the Andrews course yet, this is a good time. And remember, we have some very important seminars coming up. So we have some very important seminars, and with our course manual, of course, comes the videos. There's over 20 some odd videos. And if you get the expanded course, there's an additional 40 some odd videos and just a whole lot of material that isn't available to very many people at all. So, and it's the original Andrew stuff, and then the videos, of course, is my work. And so this is Ron Janish signing off. This is the 9th of September, early in the morning at 6 a.m. in California. What that means is that the New York market is set to open in about a half hour. So keep your eye on gold and when it comes to the upside. And we don't have a firm indication yet, but we might. And keep your eye, if you're an Andrews course member, use the course methods to look at the bonds and draw the relevant lines and stuff so you can see clearly what's going on. Okay, so I thank you for your time. Bye.